What motivated you to start this online business and how do you stay motivated? That is what our online biz talk today is. We are here in beautiful British Columbia, West Kelowna. I have my business partners backstage, a lot of them, and we're going to go over this subject. And I think this is a very important subject for a lot of us business owners. Um, what motivated you to start this online business? What keeps you motivated? There's so many people out there who kind of start the business and they get back into the routine of the hustle and bustle and the rat race and all the above, and they kind of don't are not as motivated when they first as if they was when they first get started. Like they're like, oh well, I have to dos and I have this and I have that. So in order to succeed at something, you have to work at it, right? This is not a pyramid scheme or a get rich scheme. This is a real business that you have to put some time and effort to. We all know that. So in the beginning, it's going to take you a couple months to build up your empire, to start getting quality leads, to start getting buyers, to start getting a couple $1,000 sales. You still don't start making 5, 6,000 a sale right away, right? It took me about 13, 14 months. I'm helping my business partners to do it in a couple months if they do put the work, if they do put the time into it. So what motivated us to start it? And how do we stay motivated? So Aliyah, God bless you, girl. How are you doing?
Hey Georgia, thank you for inviting me. I'm okay. It's
You're
very
welcome.
cold in here, but
Very
we are
cold.
managing.
Oh dear.
Um, what motivated me was I was looking for something to do apart from my day job. I'm a teacher by profession. And there were a lot of things, and to be honest, I tried a few. But for starting this particular business, I did a lot of homework. I kept seeing a lot of people who are a part of this business. And some of them were like from my profession. So I started thinking, okay, so this is real. This is not something that paid actors are doing to just like promote it. So a lot of, I would say, a lot of investigation went into it before I started it, and I kept seeing Georgia again and again and again because maybe I was looking at her at Georgia's ad. So thank you, Georgia, for that. And eventually, I talked to Georgia, and it was like it all made sense. What keeps me motivated is every day when I hear stories from my different business partners of their success, of how they are making their dreams come true. I would particularly share one person's, I don't remember her name, but she was a very young single mother, and she said that I started with very low budget. I started just like barely with whatever I had. Um, and she was doing so well. So I thought that if she could start and she could like step up to where she was at that time, she was doing very well. She was making six figures. So why not? Maybe I would go slow. Maybe I would not be that successful that fast, but I would be there. So this is my journey. I'm right here, and I would say it could be done by anyone. It is for everyone, and that keeps me motivated. Looking at my colleagues, looking at my friends, looking at my business partners, and looking at their success stories because there are success stories every day. So yes, thank you, Georgia.
Thank you, girl. And why don't you introduce yourself? Because I know you got right into the subject. Introduce yourself first. Tell us a little bit about
My name
yourself.
is Alia Atif. I live in Toronto. My profession is teaching. I am a mom of three, and that's my intro. So, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, girl. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, there's so many people just nowadays that are interested in doing something online, and you really need a motivation to stay focused. I feel like even if you don't have children, or you're okay with your job, you're okay with what you're making, but you want to get away from the hustle and bustle. You're sick of that commute. You're sick of, like, there has to be a goal too, I feel, that's attached. And that was the whole reason for this live today, because as a coach, as a mother, as a mentor, as having my own foundation, helping people, there seems to be a goal behind why I became so successful. Like, I didn't just think to myself, well, if I can just make it, you know, that that if I could just make it, maybe I would have just made it. Maybe I just would have been able to pay my bills and that was it, buy groceries. But my goals became bigger and I decided, I'm worth more and I want a better life for my children. I want a better future for them. And that's when I started to see a big change. Like it was something opened my mind and it motivated me. And like that's kind of what I see for you. That's why I was like introduce yourself because you have your children. You want a better future for them. I could see your husband's always away, and you're working and you take care of your kids so good, right? You're teaching them and you're taking care of them. You're teaching them about God. So I love that. I love that. So that's what we're going over today. So thank you, Aaliyah. Did you want to
Um,
add anything else?
what I just like, maybe I failed to mention that. Teachers make good money. And before we started our life, I was talking to our friends and I was telling them that I've been hearing a lot of people, teachers, because of the economic situation, that they need to start something that's not like, that's a side hustle. So I'm making good money as a teacher, but that's not my goal. I want to give the best possible life to my kids and I want to be able to help my family back home. So this business gave me the potential, showed me the potential to be able to realize that dream where I could help my family back home. I could give the best life to my kids, and I could be a person who could help the community in general, with my business, like both monetary in the sense of monetary helping, or like moral helping, or like just being able to teach them, help them, show them, being positive, because I am a happy person by nature. So when I have an impact, like when I am dealing with so many people, I can make that positive impact as well. So yes, thank you, Georgia.
Sorry about that. My children was in the back there. Thank you, girl. God bless you. So yeah, I see that in so many people too. Like especially when they come from a different country, it's like they're as soon as they start to succeed or they get their career going or they have their family going, they're like, wait a minute, I want my family back home. I did that too, Aaliyah. Like my family was in BC and I was in Toronto at the time. Then I brought my family to Toronto to take care of them, right? When I had a brick and mortar business. But yeah, from I got too busy. I couldn't even be there for my family. My mom and dad got sick. So, but I really I wish to God they were still here today. They're not here. They're in heaven, and I know they're proud of me. But I could have been able to, bring them into this beautiful house, take care of them, right? And these products are incredible. I know they would have benefited them that we have in this business. But yeah, I'm one of those. I was always one of those. And even now I think about my family, all my sisters, you know that is in this business, right? And I take care of them and I help them, right? And I'm telling them don't worry, we'll work together. But thank you. Thank you. God bless you, girls. Saying they're proud of you. Yeah, they are. Thank you. Did you want to add anything else? Because I know you got to get going, girl.
No, thank you. I would thank all of you, for being here. This business works. That's why we are here. And we hope that other people will join us
Yeah.
so that we could all grow together. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome. You're welcome. God bless you, girl. And if anybody wanted to, reach out to Aaliyah, there's her website there. And if you see this post on her page, just go to her website and add your name and email, and she'll mentor you and I'll coach you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Stefan, how are you doing, Stefan? Nice to have you here today.
Yes, I was a little in the back in the month of January, very busy. My wife went to Mexico, and I've kind of the subject you talked to is good because I kind of lose view of my objectives. Now
Yeah.
I realize I have to go back to two kind of goals, which is long term or middle term, and I try to have a goals like for the week. So what helps me is to write down like a little piece of paper, like just a
Yeah.
5 or 6 line what I'm gonna do this week. And
Mhm.
I realized that if I lose touch with that, I'm just losing my direction. It's like trying to drive my car, and okay, I let go of the wheel. I let myself go. It will
Yeah,
not go very good, huh?
100%.
So
100%.
now I'm working right now with Facebook and Instagram to develop pub like you showed me, and
Yeah,
so what motivates me is really it's not really like for money. Many people talk about money. Money is good, but money in itself for me is a neutral thing. You use it for good and you use it for bad, but money is a necessary thing in life, and we want to I want to use to increase my income
yeah.
for the freedom that money give and the opportunity that money give. So this is what keeps me motivated to have a better life, and to be more happy as a person, and if for my wife too, and for my family. um, One of my goals for this year also is to increase my ability to be giving, to be generous, since I see that, many people say I don't have children, so the only way I can give back that I receive so much is to help people. And I love helping people, but I must be in a situation that, so I'm really motivated to go forward. So I don't have much more. Oh, and to present myself, I'm a French Canadian. French is my language. I live in Sorel, which is like a 1 hour drive from Montreal, Quebec. So
Beautiful. I was
that's
gonna
about
bug you. Remember, I said I was gonna bug you to speak French for us. Did you want to
it.
say something in French? Did you want to maybe tell a little bit about the business to anybody who's watching? What we set them up
Français,
with.
oui, en français, je dirais, allez voir comment dire, le webinaire gratuit et faites-vous une idée. Acceptez pour dire très simple, faire un défi personnel aux choses que vous n'aimez pas. Osez changer quelque chose. Enfin, je veux dire quoi en français? Osez changer quelque chose si vous voulez une différence dans votre vie. Quiconque qui nous écoute, do something to change your life. Just there. Challenge the statu quo. Voilà.
I love that. Thank you. God bless you. Amen. And I love what you was just talking about. You're so good-hearted, and that's it's like the universe has a funny way of bringing people like you in our you know to in my life, and I see that, like I was talking about, because we're creating a new group, and this group is amazing for people who are interested in this business. So we're going to have that group soon, and in that group I was talking about that, like I feel it's a good idea to have our own group for people who are interested in the business, because we do have a lot of Christians, we have a lot of like-minded people, and we're attracting a lot of people who, morals and integrity and their faith is very, very important. I have a lot of Christians, I have a lot of Muslims, Catholics that are in our community, and just people who believe in the universe and meditation and manifestation, and whatever it is, there's one God, right? We're all humans, we're all brothers and sisters, I believe. But the thing is when you are working with like-minded people, and you just have a goal to help people or to help each other, the energy just starts flowing. There's so much success in my group that I coach and mentor. There's so many good things happening, and it's a very good energy. I love helping people. And if you have that goal, Stefan, and you and your wife have that goal, you're going to reach the skies. And just like you said, you want to help other people because you don't have children right now, and you never know, maybe you can have children in the future, adopt, you never know. But what you want to do is you want to give back in another way, and that's amazing. And I think about that with my children, like as I was driving home today, like I was dropping my daughter off at work, right? And like I keep talking about this because it's whatever, she's making her little self some money, but I look at it like, I want such great things for her, right? And she's working there because we're really good friends with the people, right? And they're like taking care of her, right? And they need some help. So, but as I'm coming home and as I'm driving, I'm like, I see really great things for my kids, and I know that me just keep working on them, and sometimes I have to be a little hard. Like there was, the house was a little loud today, but I had to be hard on them because they're not doing anything, right? They're homeschooled, they get sidetracked it really easily. And to be able to be there for your kids, and make them make a change, because that's what I'm thinking about. How can my kids impact the world? If And I like the way you put that because it made me think if you bring a child in this world, they are the future. You have to make that child impact that child's life to impact millions of people. And that's my goal is to make my children all little leaders to impact the world in a really good way to help. And if you don't have children of your own, do whatever you can do to impact the world, help others become leaders, whatever the case may be. And this is like I feel this is my children too, my business partners. So you go, Stefan. You're amazing. God bless you. Thank you for that. All right, Hajar, how are you, Hajar? Nice to see you today.
Thank you, Georgia. Nice to see you all.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah, you
my
want to
name,
introduce yourself and then tell us what motivated you to start this business and how do
mhm,
you stay motivated?
yeah. So, my name is Hajar, and I came recently here to Canada with the help of my parents. And when I came here, I never thought that I would be an entrepreneur so soon. And yeah, that was always something that I wanted to do. I was looking into many online opportunities. And I have tried something, but I have never found something or anything like this before. So, coming back to my why, my parents. My parents are my biggest why because they have helped me to come here. They have faith in me and in my ability to succeed. And I want to prove them and to make them proud and to prove to them and to myself that I made the right decision to start this online business and that I'm also succeeding like all the other people that are succeeding here before me in this business. And I keep seeing their success stories, and this really gives me motivation to keep going, to persist, and until I make it. So, yeah, thank you.
100%. Thank you, girl. So, what would you advise somebody who is not motivated anymore? It's like, okay, I just can't go through this training. I don't I don't have the time or I can't get in the right mindset. My mind's too all over the place. I have too much to do. I have work, I have school, I have stress, or whatever the case may be. Because someone in your age, that's probably what they would be going through. Because I have a lot of business partners that literally they're still going through some courses and doing, but they're still got this. So what would you advise someone?
I think this is about the motivation. It should come from inside because even if other people keeps on motivating you, if you don't really want to do it, you will not. So you have to be your own motivator. And any successful entrepreneur, they are always they show up for their business. They do the work.
Yeah.
They learn every day. They take action. So it's not only the business is not going to run itself. You need to show up to, and this is not a quick, quick what they say?
Rich, quick
Yeah,
scheme.
quick
Yeah.
scheme. Yeah, this is something that's for the long term, and the gains are gonna show up for you in the long term. So just keep focusing and don't lose hope. Have faith in yourself, have faith in God, and do the work.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, girl. God bless you. And you're doing it. You're doing it. Yeah, and congratulations on making your ads. I got to look over that Kijiji ad. She did another free ad that I didn't get time to look at today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Jazz. Oh, I think Jazz's internet's a little bit messed up there. Can you hear us, Jazz? Okay. Yeah, I can hear you
So it's cutting in and out. Can you guys
Yeah.
hear me clearly?
a little bit. Let's hear you. You want to introduce yourself? Let's see if we can hear you if you introduce yourself.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
little bit
sure.
better now.
Well, I'm Jazz Doyle. I'm short for Jiggle. I just started the industry, online biz, just a few days. It is better. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You can introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit
Okay.
about yourself.
Yeah, I'll continue and just let me know how it is.
Okay.
So I kind of started. Yeah. So I've always had an interest kind of in the online business, um, e-commerce, just because it was just an interesting way because it was different from your going to work, your 9 to 5. For me personally, I've always kind of had labor intensive jobs my whole entire life. So it's something that takes a whole toll on your body, and I wasn't sure if I really want to do it for the rest of my life. But on online business is something very unique because you can do it also while you're currently working. You can take the time to build it. Um, Me, I don't think you really need to rush it, but I think you can really work at your pace if you really want to go that way or not. But I think it's something that you always have and you can always work towards. And then, it can always become a second income or it can be a primary income, which ultimately I think is one of my goals to make it a primary income. Um, but I think it's just a great way for people who want to work multiple incomes but don't want to go from a physical job to another physical job. You can get an online business that kind of works in the background while you're working your physical job. So that was really one of my interests and why I got involved in the business and really what motivates me. So thank you.
Love that. Love that. So, and I know that like what you're doing is really cool in your career. But as you said, it's like it's long hours, right? You're telling me when you start your season and stuff, it's like
Yeah, it's yeah, like I do enjoy my job, but honestly it's like 12, 14 hour days, and when my season starts, it's literally just work and sleep. And like I last year I like enjoyed camping and stuff, and I'm only went camping once. So I didn't really get to enjoy my summer really. Sometimes you do work outdoors, but that's all you get. Um, Unless you wait till the off season and you go on vacation. But yeah, a lot of other people in the industry too say the same thing. It does take a toll after a while. So yeah, for
yeah,
me, I'm kind of glad I found something else that hopefully I can.
yeah, you can do absolutely amazing, Jazz, because you're already you have everything set up for you, and maybe even later on tonight we'll make an ad together. Because I was saying that now that you got everything set up, it didn't take you long. It took you like less than a week, and you got your website, you got your sales funnel, everything set up. Now you just need to start creating your ads. So once you start creating your ads, your everything is going to be done for you. Oh, I think his internet got a little choppy there, but you can hear me, right? So yeah, if his internet gets better, what I was saying is he got
Yeah,
everything up.
it's cutting unfortunately, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
okay.
so.
That's okay. You know, and what you're doing right now is just for your future of your family, for even you always say your niece, for your
Creating an
niece.
ad and stuff, but it's cutting
Yeah,
out for me. Yeah.
yeah. So when your internet gets better, um, yeah, I'll bring you back up. I'll bug you again. Thank you, Jazz. God bless you. Hi, Yasmin. How are you?
Hi, Georgia. I'm blessed and I'm very happy to be here with all of you too. Well, here in Texas it's already night.
Yeah,
So yeah. But it's wonderful. So I'll introduce myself and I'll go from there, I guess.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Awesome. My name is Jasmine Rodriguez. I'm a mom of two beautiful kids. I work as a nanny. Also, I'm a online business owner. I'm so proud of saying that because a few months ago, I was not able to say that because I didn't even have a clue what was all this about. But what motivates me, what motivated me to start this online business? Um, One of the things after the pandemic, um, my husband and I realized that we cannot just rely on one income or two incomes. My husband works, I do work, thank God too. But we realized, my hours got um, got shorter, after the pandemic. Things were changing for me. Um, I won't say that we were struggling, financially. Thank God we've been, God has provided us what we need. But I started telling myself I have a little bit more time at home. I think I need to start looking for something else, because what if in the future, this is something I'm not going to do anymore? I need to start thinking for a plan B or a plan C. And I think that was my first motivation to start looking for another job. But I never imagined that I was going to be an online business owner. But, until one day, I never forget, I prayed to God and I said, God, guide me, because I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to do. Should I go start cleaning houses? Should I? In the past, I was a caregiver with older people too, but all that work, I know it requires a lot of my time away from home, and my kids are still young, and I feel that working has taken away part of that time for being with my family. Thank God, my kids are older now, but I wish, to go back and spend more time with them. And, also them, it was a motivation for me to start this business, because I thought once I get better to know everything, to succeed, like all, mainly Georgia was my main motivation, seeing how God had blessed her so much, and seeing her as a coach that is always motivating us, seeing what she has accomplished, because she has worked really hard. I know that if one day I I want better things, then of course I have to put a lot of myself into this business in order to be successful too. So Georgia has been one motivation, and I really love her, and God bless her, because she's such a great inspiration for all of us here. And not just Georgia, I mean, seeing the community, like all of us here, we're motivating each other. And I'm so proud of each of my business partners. And I'm telling you, I'm happy that I'm here, because like I said, I never imagined myself being an um, online business owner, and I still growing. I'm learning. I have my ads running, and I'm getting to learn. I'm learning more and more every day. I'm putting myself out there, which that was not me a few months ago. I'm talking about what, September, October's when I started this business. And I'm so glad that seeing myself back then and seeing myself now, I seen how much I'm growing. And I know that if I'm constant working, posting, checking my ads, checking my leads, contacting people, I know things are already rolling. And thank God, I'm glad that I'm coming out of my comfort zone, because I was not a person who will be in front of the camera. Like, I never made a video or anything like that to post online. But I'm so glad that I'm here. And I know many of my partners probably, struggled like me a little bit at the beginning, but I'm so glad that I'm here, and I'm fighting, and I'm also working hard. And I know that every day I got to keep pushing hard, because things come on the way, family, work, situations that come around. But I always tell myself, and Georgia always tell us this, work 1 hour a day. If you can do 2 hours a day, or if you can do 2 hours, do 10, 15 minutes. And knowing that I'm putting a little by little of my time into my business, I know little by little I'm growing. If I keep bigger steps, I'll get farther. And I'm here, and I'm so happy that um like everyone here, we're all working. We all have expectations. We all have dreams, and one of my dreams too, and one of the things that motivate me to be in this business is like, some of my partners said it before, the ones that have kids. Alaya, I think she said, she's doing this for her kids. I'm also doing this for my kids because I want a better future for my kids. I want to be able to travel more often. I want to be able to enjoy life. And that's, one of my main reasons what I'm here. And God willing, hopefully not so far from now, I wish to leave my job that I have now and just work from home and take care of my kids, my family, no worrying at what time I'm gonna come back home and cook or clean the house or attend other things. That's one of my dreams. And I know that I will get there, but I know I have to put a lot of my effort. I have to work hard. And I know that everything that we want in life, we have to work for it. We have to put ourselves there and do our best. And I'm here and I'm so happy that I'm doing it. Going back to you, Georgia.
I love that. That's totally motivating because a lot of people, they get okay. That this is a perfect example. What Yasmin is doing, okay, or should I say Hasmin? I always tell her, how do you pronounce it?
It's
Hasmin.
all right. No problem.
So that's an example. Like she is super busy, right? She doesn't have 10 kids with Ruth. She's super busy because she reminds me of Ruth because you guys are super busy and with the work and you're still going in the business. But you seem to not care, not let that in the way. I see your posts constantly. I see your ads constantly, all your free ads. I see you coming to even these lives to inspire people because you have been trained to be a mentor. So she's able to help you. If there's anybody that speaks Spanish, and oh my goodness, like literally, girl, I'm getting so many people that speak Spanish because my system automatically speaks Spanish to them. It knows. So that's a crazy automated system, right? And I don't know how to read Spanish fully. Like I'll go to my translator. I'll know like 5 words out of the 10, right? So, but I really like the fact that, you or Ruth or many of our other business partners are able to help our business partners who don't speak Spanish that well. So this is a perfect example too for a mentor. If you guys are wanting to get started and you are following Hasmina's page and you want to, you feel like your English is not as well. We have a lot of people that their English is not as well, but we're motivated. We have a why. And you just keep going, because in the beginning, just like I always tell all of you, my first check was like $160. Okay. And I put that on, I remember taking that check and I remember watching, reading the book, The Magic, and watching The Secret, the movie on Netflix. And I remember like, cause he was like, every time I would get, he would get bills in the mail. He'd be like, why? Then he started switching it around. He started putting commas on the bills instead, and then started saying as if it's like him making that money. And these are checks in the mail. And then I did that. I put from that $160 check, I put a comma and I put an extra zero. And I was like, I'm going to make $160,000 in 1 year. And to me, that was a lot of money. Because like if I do that, that would be crazy, right? Think about 160,000. You're making over 10 grand, 10, 15 grand a month. I passed that. I did it. And I was like, wow, that's powerful. And I just was very consistent. So it may take you a year. It may take you 6 months. Think about it, to start making 4 to 5 to 6K a sale. It may take you 6 months to a year. And even if you're really, really slow, it may take you a year and a half. Like I was kind of slow. But think about it. What are you, and it's not to judge anybody, but what are they paying us as a salary right now? What are they paying us 15 here in BC? I think it's $15 an hour. That is the minimum wage. If they're paying you $15 an hour, you can't make, there's no way you can make what we make in a sale. Think about it. You can work at this job for a year, 2 years, and you'll still be making the same. Maybe they might give you a $2 raise, a $1 raise, maybe. So, but what if you put time into this 6 months to a year and you start making $10,000, $20,000 a month? How amazing is that? And you didn't have to leave the comfort of your home, leave the comfort of the beach. You didn't have to be all scared and nervous and overworked and underpaid and like the horror stories. I hear horror stories of because when I'm one on one with my business partners, I really get to know them. All of you know that we talk and we hang out because I'm doing the computer work and so are you. So we kind of get used to how we do it, and we don't really need to, talk anymore about what to do. We're just doing it, and when we talk about our life, we chill as friends because they're all like family to me. And just one of my business partners was telling me what she goes through as a personal support worker. She goes to people's houses that is very dirty and scary, and these people, a lot of these people, they're doing illegal stuff, or they're threatening you, or there's a mental a person who has mental issues, and you're having to care for the person's mother who has those mental issues, and they're doing something sporadic and chaotic, and you are stuck in that position, right? What do you do in that position? Because no matter what, it's a job. You're supposed to go do that. And you can't control what other people do when you're having to deal with people who are mental patients, or people who are literally having a bad day, and you have to go and care for them. You're going to people's homes, right? You don't know what to expect when you go to these people's homes, and I hear that a lot. Or even people who are in healthcare. I absolutely am so grateful for all of you who are in the healthcare. I have many here today, many in my group that are in the healthcare, but is they tell me some really horror stories, right, of what they go through, or and it's hard too. It's hard also when you're caring for somebody, and you have a relationship and then they pass away, or whatever the case may be. But that's life, right? But what I'm saying is it's so easy. This is so easy compared to those crazy jobs, or to construction, or to literally risking your life on a crane. I see a crane a couple days ago and I'm like, whoa, like that person could die. Look at the way that person's walking on there. So this is easy. This is a piece of cake. It's just all you got to do is jump out of your comfort zone and learn a little. Your brain might hurt a little bit. Okay. We have a name for our group, and everyone was like, my brain hurts. I can't think of no more names for the group.
Yeah.
Thank you. Did you want to add anything else?
I would like to say something in Spanish.
Yeah, go ahead. I would love that.
Awesome. Bueno, me da mucho gusto estar esta noche aquí junto con mi grupo de también emprendedores de negocio en línea. Mi nombre es Jazmín Rodríguez y puedo decir que, al igual que ellos, soy una orgullosa trabajadora y emprendedora de línea. Pues también yo en esta noche quiero invitar a todos los que están interesados en este negocio. Aquí más que nada lo que necesitamos es tener motivación. Si alguno está pensando en otra manera de traer ¿verdad? Tener una mejor manera de sostener su hogar, los niños, en fin, esta es una manera que hoy en día es prácticamente algo que podemos hacer desde la comodidad de nuestra casa. No tenemos que salir de casa para trabajar y ser dueño de su propio negocio en línea. Lo que necesitamos más que nada aquí es tener ganas de querer hacer esto. Contamos con un entrenamiento fácil a seguir, disponible las 24 horas. No tenemos que pagar por ese entrenamiento. Tenemos compañías multimillonarias con las cuales nos afiliaríamos. No tenemos que vender productos directamente, no tenemos que molestar a nadie para hacer ventas. Y eso es lo que más me encantó a mí de esta oportunidad de negocio. Y por eso estoy aquí, porque también quiero un mejor futuro para mi familia, para mis hijos. Otros de mis colegas en algún momento dijeron también para apoyar a otras personas. Creo que ese también es uno de mis sueños, poder ayudar a los que necesiten ayuda. Y los invito a quien esté interesado. Aquí tenemos más de un equipo de multilingüajes. Oyeron hace un momento hablar a alguien en francés. Tenemos los que hablamos español. También aquí mi colega Ruth habla español. Y estamos siempre dispuestos a apoyar a aquellos que están dispuestos a un cambio. Este es el futuro de mañana. Y qué bueno poderlo empezar desde ahora. como sabemos, la situación en todos los países es incierta económicamente. Hoy en día uno puede tener trabajo allá afuera, mañana tal vez ya no, pero este trabajo está aquí todo el tiempo y las puertas están abiertas para todos los que queremos un cambio. Así que yo invito a cualquiera que esté interesado que se comunique con nosotros a través de nuestra página. Nos pueden dejar un mensaje y aquí estaremos para ustedes, así como un día han estado para nosotros también. Y lo que me encanta de este negocio es de que somos como una familia. Aquí no buscamos ver quién es mejor. Aquí buscamos cómo apoyarnos. Aquí buscamos que todos seamos exitosos. Ese es el lema de este equipo, que todos triunfemos, que todos nos motivemos los unos con otros. Así que aquí estamos. Y quien esté interesado, ahí está mi página, la de mi compañera Ruth, Les Ama en español. Y bueno, también, ¿verdad? Necesitamos conocer un poquito del lenguaje de inglés, pero si no, también tenemos hoy en día los traductores, que esos son nuestros compañeros para ayudarnos en los momentos más dificultosos. Bueno, regreso con mi coach, Georgia.
Thank you, beautiful. God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you for
you.
explaining that so well. And sometimes people just need that because, so for instance, anybody who's watching, people from different nationalities that you might be helping, or say you want to mentor and coach people, you have other people that can help them. So don't think that, oh well, they don't speak English, they can't get helped. People can help them because sometimes they just don't quite understand everything the way we're speaking to them in English, right? And they'll understand, the most likely they're here in Canada, right? Or in the States, they understand. But there's just a few things that they're like, well, I don't quite get it. So thank you for that, Yasmina.
And I'll add one more thing before I go. I know I'm taking a long time, but no, I want to say something, and it's something that I remember telling you at the very beginning, Georgia. And I just set my mind and I told myself, you can do it, Jasmine. Don't let the language be an obstacle, because English is not my first language, is my second language. But I remember telling you, and you say, Jasmine, hello. I remember you telling me, Jasmine, you don't have to worry about that. We have people that can help you when you feel stuck in, any part of the training. And that really pushed me go forward. I was like, I think I can do this. I think, yes. So I threw myself in there because I noticed sometimes I'm an overthinker. And when I think too much, I notice that I don't get things done. And I'm telling you, one night, I was just at home alone. I never forget this. I was watching the webinars and I was going over and over. And I just told myself, I'm not going to think anymore. I'm going to click that button. I'm going to become a buyer. And I'm going to, then you call me and Maria. And that's how everything started. But, I told myself, Jasmine, if you think always there's obstacles, you're never going to do anything. So I had to kind of kick those away from my path. And I'm here. And I'm, I can't believe it. And I will say that I'm proud of myself because I never saw myself doing this. I thought I'm going to just go and clean houses and find another extra job, being a nanny or a caregiver for elder people. But I told myself, I don't think I want to do that the rest of my life. I want something new. I want something different. And I just know that God put this on my way. And I'm so proud that I gave the step of faith and I'm here. And I know that greater things are on the way. And I know that if I keep working hard, we all, I know as a fact, we all going to succeed. And we have the biggest motivation with you, Georgia, as I said it earlier. And I always see you. I'm like, hey, if she did it, I can do it too. And many, I see many other business owners in the community, their successes. And I'm like, all those, are always there motivating me day by day, and sometimes, like I said it earlier, work and things kind of get on the way, but I always remind myself, Jasmine, if you want to grow, you cannot just stay sitting here telling yourself, oh, you're too tired. Oh, I cannot do it. No, yes, I can do it, because if I browse Instagram or Facebook to go see, who's around, I know I can spend 10, 15 minutes in my business. I know I can do that. I just got to push myself. That's all I have to do. And I'm glad, because I'm pushing myself also to be here tonight. Yes.
I love that. And so Stefan's wife is Mexican. And he's like, God bless you, Yasmin. You can do it. He's saying in their chat. And it's like it's such a big language for me, Spanish. It goes in all, so many different nationalities. And I have people from Colombia and from all over, to be honest with you, El Salvador. Or I have people from Spain. I have, one of our millionaires is actually from Spain, and he's young. He's only 30 years old, so he's got super successful in this business. And yeah, like when you were saying that, I was like, this woman's English is so good. Like, why is she thinking that? And but the thing is, I spoke good English, has been, and I was looking at the foreigners or the people who have really heavy accents and is not speaking English well. And I'm like, these people are making like 30, 40,000 a month. What is wrong with me? Why am I thinking I can't do this? Why am I thinking I'm so stupid? Why am I thinking I'm dumb? I have to get out of my old way of thinking. Just like you said, push the button, do it. Stop, put up a post, put up an ad. And I was thinking, because I was on Mildred's team Zoom, and now Mildred is one of my business partners. This woman is a millionaire. This woman is a millionaire in just 1 year. Okay, over a millionaire. And for her to bring me onto her team to discuss about my tips, and she sees me succeeding, I'm like, and they're introducing me. And they're telling me things that I don't even remember doing. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I did accomplish a lot. You don't see what you're capable of. You don't see what you've accomplished. And it happens a lot in this business. You accomplish so much, and you're still going. You're like, no, I want that bonus, or I want that, or I can make that and I can give to them. I can put more in my foundation. I can build my children up. I can do. So you're always looking at the next step, but you also have to be happy with where you're at. But you're doing absolutely amazing. And don't ever let anything stop you. Anybody who's watching, don't let nothing stop you, because I speak well English, and I would doubt it myself, right? I had a brick and mortar business, because people are like, oh, we got to be business minded. No, this was taboo. I didn't even know anything. This was another language for me. This was like, oh my goodness, like I'm not as smart as these people. Like this is totally out of my league. This is out of my league. And now look at me. And it's not like, oh, I think I'm the greatest. But I was thinking that like millionaires are asking me to come on to their team Zoom, or what Yasmin is saying about me. I'm like, wow, like you don't realize how much you can accomplish as one person that don't know anything about the online world. You can do it. I'm not any different than you guys. I'm not any different than anybody who's watching. I only had a 7th grade education. I'm sure you probably had more education than me. I'm sure that maybe you was brought up in a better home than me. My family's a little dysfunctional. Maybe you have something that I don't have that you can bring to this community and get a whole bunch of other people rich, just like I did. So you never know what you could be doing. You never know what you're capable of until you jump out of that comfort zone. And don't make no room to fail. And Nadia put that, what if I fail? No. She didn't mean no. What if I can? Okay, just like Stefan's telling you, you can. You can do it. So thank you. And Ruth is up now. Thank you for coming on, Ruth. And yeah, you can go away, introduce yourself, and go ahead with telling us what made you motivate. I know you have a lot. How do you stay motivated of what you're going through? And maybe you could speak a little Spanish for us too, girl.
Yes, hi, Georgia. Thank you for inviting me. I'm a mom of 10. I work in the nursing field, and I have my online business too. What motivated me? Honestly, it was you, Georgia. I had given up looking for things, because before I was in other things, selling and buying, and it wasn't working for me. And I think I spoke with this way when I started. I was out there, knocking on doors, passing out flyers and talking to people, and I have given up. I'm like, there's just nothing, out there that I can do because I am very busy. I have no time, not even for myself. And I was scrolling down and I saw your ad, and I saw that you don't have to do much on this business, but to put some time and effort into it. And that's what I loved about it. And, I got hooked up. I'm able to, get my phone, get the laptop. Thank you, to the team that I have a laptop because I had a really, really bad laptop. And the team, they helped me out a lot on that. And thanks to them, I have a better laptop. And now I have no excuse to be saying that I can't do this. It's just a little bit of time that you have to put in this business, an hour and 2 hours. That's that's how I do it. My kids go to school while I clean up the house. I still have one little one at home, and when he's napping, he stays asleep, and I go on my computer and I start doing my little thing on my online business. That's how I started getting motivated by you. And I stay motivated still with my family. Right now, I'm going through some hard, situations with my husband's health, and this is one thing that that I have to put into myself, that this is going to be my number one thing that I have to do. Because if something happens, bad with my husband, then I'm on my own, and I need some backup. And my kids are still little. They don't understand, if there's money or there's not money. They just want, and they go to the store, and then everything's, going up sky high. So, with the little check that, we make, it's not enough. So we need something else, to provide for us. And that's, my number one. Thank you, Georgia, for giving me the opportunity. I also, the team members, the mentors here online, they're very helpful to us. They help us a lot on, something that, you don't understand. Also the Spanish, speaking, mentors that we have. Jasmine actually said everything. There's not much for me to say. She said it perfectly. There's going to be like a Spanish speaking. I think there is a Spanish speaking online with us. So, if anybody doesn't know English or doesn't understand, in English, there's a Spanish speaking. So, yeah, that's all I can say. Back to you, Georgia.
Yeah, you're doing absolutely incredible, and you're so inspiring. And just like you said, just like I said, you inspire people, and you don't know you might be inspired by somebody else, and that's who inspires me is my team. Okay, and that's what motivates me a lot is my team. Because yeah, some days you go through your own thing, or you might be in a certain situation where you're just super busy, or that you have to finish up something with your children, or there's stress, or you didn't get enough sleep. But I see my team as like my children. I can't let them down. I got to help them. I got to get them wealthy. I got to get them rich. I got to create them an ad. And literally, sometimes techie things happen and we don't get online quick enough, or just like what was happening to me, my computer wasn't showing my video, but we find a way. You just be patient, you overcome it. And yeah, that's what motivates me a lot is you guys in this business now. Before it was, okay, I have to get out of debt. That's what I used to think. I have to get out of debt. I have to start making money like I used to make with my offline business. I have to, be able to take my kids out, be able to buy them a nice pair of sneakers, be able to do things that us moms want to do for our children. Not have to worry in the market and they get something. Can I get this? Well, how much is it? I hated that. I hate it. And I know it's a stupid little thing. Okay. But I know you parents understand when something with especially with inflation is right now, they're picking out something that's higher priced, and you're like, if they get that, then we can't get everything else that we need. How could you tell your child no for some food, for a snack they want? Or, it's just like, I've been through a lot, right? And as much money as I made with my offline business before, it crashed. So you can be super successful and you can literally be out of a job or out of business. And the thing with this business is you're never out. You're never out. There's no fading it away. The only way it will fade away if you don't do anything. And that's not what I did. I didn't stop just working on my business. It failed when I brought it to BC. I wanted to get away from Toronto, and it failed. So I'm not a lazy person, right? I'm motivated. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Ruth. And I guess with the few minutes that we have before it hits 1 hour, I'll introduce myself real quick. So I'm Georgia Williams. I'm a president and CEO. I'm a coach. I help people worldwide to make an incredible income. My children are my big motivation. I have 5 children, and they are what motivated me to literally start this business, and motivated me to start something where I could be there for them, where I don't have to take them to a babysitter or be watched by others, where I don't have to have a commute. They was my big motivation. So I was thinking, oh my goodness, this would be so amazing. And I thought about, Google, thought about all these other things working for the firm Google or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to be a salesperson, because then you'd have to be a pushy salesperson, and whatever the case may be. So what motivates me every day is my children. And I just told you my team and my foundation and my goals and my dreams to be where the palm trees are, and just all the amazing things. It's not a sin to want to live a great life. It's not a sin to want to have a nice home. It's not a sin to want to have a nice car. It's a nice thing. Okay. But the thing is you don't let that only be your, goal. You want to be happy, because if you make that your goal, you're going to be stuck in that 9 to 5 all your life, and you're going to be working for them just to live in that home or just to have that car. Okay. You don't want that. You won't be able to enjoy the car or the food or the house, honestly, or the family. That's total God's honest, truth. You won't be able to enjoy your life because you're going to be working for an employer all your life, because the system wants to keep us down. It wants to literally keep us down with a ball and chain. Okay. We're in jail behind a desk. Okay. And even though I go like this in the computer, I'm not in jail. I can do whatever I want. I can take my business in any room I want in this house. I can go onto the beach. I can go wherever I want. So that's what motivates me every day, is knowing that I'm free. I have complete freedom. And if I just put up a couple of posts or an ad, I stay up late one night, or I help one of my business partners, I can get a crazy bonus from them succeeding too. I know if I work a little bit harder, I know if I go 10x, I know if I put a little bit more posts, I will succeed above and beyond. And believe me, I'm a mom of 5, and it's not, like people are going to say, well, I don't have time. That's not true. Look at Ruth. She has 10 children. You can have time. Don't go on scrolling around on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Instead, put a post, okay? So that way you can get a sale. So, and it's a free, ads or paid ads. So we are wanting to invite you to our free workshop. It's a free workshop. It explains everything. I hosted it. Okay, we have our lives every Tuesday and Thursday. That's where it's going to fill you in on the slides, what your website's going to be like, what we're going to create you, how you're going to have a sales funnel that works for you, because you don't know what a sales funnel is. If you're new to the online world, you're going to hear everything. And if you choose that you want to get started, you're going to see the products, you're going to see the company, you're going to see everything. You have to become a member in order to be open to the online business community, in order to be open to this exclusive online business plan, because this company is known for its product. It's not known for affiliate marketing. So we're going to show you the products. We're going to show you how you're going to be making all the way from 1.5K all the way up to 6K a sale, how you can make these crazy bonuses. Okay, so thank you all for coming. God bless you. Gracias. I'll be talking Spanish soon. So thank you. Hit that link. Add your name and your email in our post. Whoever's website you see, wherever this showed, it means that they can mentor, and I will be your coach, because I literally train them to help get you started. So hit that learn more button, add your name and your email, and we'll send you our free workshop, and you'll be taken right away to the replay. So you can watch it right away. If you want to take a break, watch a little bit after, keep it on that page, or just literally go to your email. You'll see that we sent you a link to watch the replay or the live. So thank you all. God bless. Have a great night.
Bye bye.